Hey everybody, welcome back to Cool Stuff, etc. My name is Riley, and today we have a pretty sizable bag here of DVDs. There might be some Blu-rays in here, I'm not sure. But anyways, I was just at the thrift store that I frequent because they are reliable for cool DVDs and stuff. And I picked these up about a week ago, maybe over a week ago, and I had intended to do a video about it, but just didn't get around to it until now. So I've forgotten most of what's in here. So this is kind of going to be an exciting thing for me too. But anyways, let's just get into it. We'll just start from the top. Just talked about this in the last Hoobie 2, but I wanted to mention it here. I didn't realize when I filmed that, but this is actually completely sealed. So it's unopened, which is pretty neat. If you're not familiar with this movie, it is about a guy on a moon base, and his time is almost up before he gets to go back to Earth. And then, you know, shit goes from there that I don't want to talk about because there's really not much else I can say without spoiling. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's really just one guy. You know, Sam Rockwell is the main actor here, and he's carrying the whole movie essentially, and he does a great job, and things look great. The sets are awesome. There's a lot. I will say that the moon surface is kind of ugly. I mentioned this in another video. I think it's kind of intentional, but regardless, I think this is a great sci-fi film. It's just very, not simple, but it's not like trying to be overly complex or anything. It's just, it is what it is, you know? So yeah, that's Moon. Following that, Tremors 2, the sequel to probably my favorite monster movie. I think Tremors 1 is a bona fide classic. I've never seen any of the sequels. I know a lot of them are garbage, but I actually still want to watch them. So I picked this up for pretty cheap. I don't know really much about it. I know Burt Gummer's in it. I know Fred Ward's in it. Kevin Bacon did not return to reprise his role. And, you know, that's fine, I guess. But I heard this one is actually decent, so I hope to enjoy it. Next up, we got Annihilation. I forgot about this one, but I've been looking for a copy of this. It's been a while since I've seen this. I don't know. I think I saw this in theaters, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I wanted to watch it because I wanted to rewatch this director's work, and I want to see that Men movie that they made. But Annihilation, if you're not familiar, it's about this strange force field type thing that's enclosing this area. It's called the Shimmer, and they send these people in, and they don't come out, and they send another group in, and you follow this second group, and they're trying to understand what is happening. And so, yeah. Oh, somebody wrote on this DVD. I wonder what that could mean. But I remembered it being pretty great. There's some cool horror elements. There's some, obviously it's a sci-fi film as well. Well acted. The ending is crazy. Yeah, just a good movie. Also need to read that novel too. And I think there's some sequels to it as well. Ooh, Village of the Damned. John Carpenter film. I believe it's a remake of a classic 60s horror film. There's some tape on it that I won't take off right now. I know this isn't revered as one of Carpenter's bests, but that doesn't really bother me. I really enjoy his films, which isn't a controversial opinion by any means, but yeah, Village of the Damned is one of his more like I don't want to say overlooked because I'm not sure if it's like that good of a movie or not, but it's not one of his more popular films. You know, it's The Thing or They Live or Halloween. But apparently, I guess it's just about, you know, it's one of those like creepy kid movies that were very prevalent around this time. Lots of creepy kids going on. So, yeah, I'll check that out. Hopefully it's good. Following that, ooh, Evil Dead 2. And I didn't know this cover existed, but this is such a good cover. I also just noticed they have a 3-star from Roger Ebert on the front, which I don't know if that's an intentional joke or not, but that is so funny to me that they would put that. More tape on this, goddamn. Yeah, so actually, the funny thing about this is there was another copy of Evil Dead 2 that I picked up first, and then I went to the other, there's like 2 main areas of the store that have DVDs and stuff that I want to buy. And then I saw this cover and I was like, whoa, this cover is gnarly. I don't know if this is like an official release or what, but or like a special edition. I don't know. But it's super cool. And so I decided, I think this one was actually cheaper too, so I decided to go with this one because it just looks so great. Evil Dead 2, if you haven't seen it, I don't know if I need to speak its praises any more than other people do, but this is a phenomenal horror comedy film. I love all the Evil Dead movies. Army of Darkness included is great. And I haven't seen the show, Ash vs. the Evil Dead. I even like I really like the remake, and I'm super excited for Evil Dead Rise in March. I just saw the trailer at the theater this past weekend, and it looks awesome. So I am super hype. I'm just looking at this art again because I just really love the colors and the, I don't know what they used art-wise to make it, but I just like that, how it looks. Maybe pencil? I'm not sure. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, Evil Dead 2. Great movie. More tape. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is Krull. Now, Krull I have a little bit of a nostalgic connection with. That being said, I've never seen this movie, but this scene from this film has stuck with me for a long time. So when I was probably about 8 or 9, you know, when you have cable, there's certain, like with Comcast, where I was living at least, in the hundreds or so, I think, there was all those like Showtime and like those kinds of channels. And I don't think we had those channels, but we would sometimes get those free weekends where they let you watch them, watch those channels for free if you don't subscribe to them. And I just saw Krull, and I was like, oh, what's that? And I turned it on, and it was a scene where this horse drowns in a bog, and it was like mildly traumatizing to young me. And I've just been looking for this movie ever since. Ever since I realized what it was called, I actually didn't know what the movie was called. Like I didn't watch the whole thing when I was a kid, so I have no idea if this is any good at all. But it just seems like a really cool science fantasy type thing. And yeah, I'm really excited to have this. I think it was on HBO Max or on Canopy or something, and I missed watching it before it was taken off. So I'm glad to have it. But I know nothing about it other than it looks cool. Oh, Stargate. As you can see, I got this for $2. I believe this is the basis for the popular science fiction series, which I have not seen. Yeah, I just saw this and I was like, you know, I'm really lately been in the mood for science fiction. I'm reading Dune currently. And it's just been putting me in the mood for a really good science fiction film. And there's not like, you know, I bought Krull, obviously, which is science fiction in a sense. Annihilation as well as science fiction, although a little bit, I would say a little bit lighter than a movie like this, at least in my brain. I haven't seen this, of course. So I've just been looking for like really cool, like kind of more big budget science fiction. And you know, this is a well-beloved series, of course. So I'm just excited to see it. And who knows, maybe I will watch the series. And take off this $2 sticker. I'll do it afterward. Don't want to bother you, but yeah, for $2, can't go wrong there. All right, I think there's only 2 or 3 left. Yep, seems like 3. Or yep, 3. So, oh, okay. Spider by David Cronenberg. I bought this solely because it was a Cronenberg film, and solely because it was kind of from that mid period of his career. you know, he's really well known for what he did in the 80s. Movies like The Fly. I can't think of any others for some reason. Videodrome. There we go. Jesus Christ. But so again, I know nothing about this other than it's Cronenberg directed, starring Ray Fiennes, who I think is a very, very talented actor. It says Spider has been allowed a second chance at life after a long stay in a mental institution and sent to a halfway house under the stern watch of Mrs. Ilkinson. Interesting. So, yeah, not sure what it's about. I expect it to be quite different from his 80s films. I know he kind of like took a departure from all of that. Did I show the inside of this? I forgot, but this is what it looks like. So yeah, glad to have it. Excited to watch it. Sorry, I'm in trouble. Okay. Sicario, directed by Denis Villeneuve, who I just talked about in the last video in the Hoobie 2, because I saw Prisoners. I have seen this before, and I forgot to mention that I had seen it when I was naming off all the movies that I watched. I bought this because I wasn't sure how I felt about it, and I was interested in seeing it again, I suppose. So we'll see how I like it, and I might end up reselling it, I might end up keeping it, but we'll see. I just know it's some sort of war film, spy film, maybe, something like that, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It is well beloved, at the very least. And finally, we have Bug, directed by William Friedkin. If you're not familiar with that name, he's the director of the original Exorcist film, as well as many other films. Again, know nothing about this. It was $2. I just wanted to see something else from this director. And he's done a lot of different genres, from what I remember. Like, he's done not just horror films, but this is a horror film, as you might be able to tell. And yeah, just wanted to see it. Just wanted to. And it was on. I will say the reason I bought this is because it was on HBO Max, and I think it took it down, which happens to me a lot. So I was like really excited to have this, or to find this, so I could watch it for relatively cheap. So yeah. That is Bug. And I think that's going to be it for me. I got it all recorded and showed everything that I picked up. I'll probably make a stop at the thrift store again pretty soon, because there was a lot there that I wanted to get that I didn't get. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have maybe some good recommendations, or you know, maybe if you have some ideas about this, you can leave that in the comments. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to hear my rambling voice every couple of days or so. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.